So today we're here with Attorney Leomo from Tarlac City. So he has this 3.5 hectare farm. So ang main ano niya rito, dinedevelop is yung mga dragon fruit.
Okay.
So I think you're one of the first, right?
Yes. Although I am a lawyer, I am now a farmer.
Yeah.
Ako po ay isang abogado, kaya lang sa pag-pandemic, wala na pong masyadong hearing. So, I plan to have at least a business and income on this 3.5 hectares that I bought. Now, I started this in June. Now, it's November. And according to the expert growers of dragon fruits, by 11 or 12 months, dragon fruits will bear already fruits. And
1 year.
1 year. And every post, according to the expert, will bear fruits around 10 to 20 kilos per post.
Wow. So we're
2,000.
looking at 16,000 kilos.
Located in San Juan de Mata, Tarlac City. I started to plant the dragon fruits. I started at 200 pieces of post. I bought it at 300 pesos per post. And I bought the cuttings of 18 inches cuttings at 50 pesos, the Moroccan red variety. I started to plant this in June, first week in June. And this is now the November growth of my dragon fruits. Yan na, this is the one. This dragon fruits, today, July, August, September, October, November, 5 months, when it reaches around 11 to 12 months, maybe by June, this dragon fruits, one cutting of the dragon fruits will bear at least 2 to 3 fruits. The Moroccan variety is the flesh is red, and this is not costly. This dragon fruits Moroccan red, a kilo of this dragon fruits in bulk 100 pesos per kilo. But to the retailer, they are selling it at 200 to 250 pesos per kilo. If the dragon fruits cutting will reach the brim of this used tricycle tires, which cost us around 3 pesos to 500 pesos, 505 pesos. This is placed on the brim, on the top of the post, so that when these cuttings will reaches the brim, it will bend, and from there it will start to sprout plenty of seed cuttings, and from there, if it reaches 11 to 12 months, this every pores, yung tinik na yan, doon lumalabas yung bulaklak. So for these big cuttings, usually 2 to 3 fruits. This cutting is around 18 inches. I bought this in a dragon fruit farm at 18 inches 30 pesos to 50 pesos per cuttings. And the first thing that this dragon fruit would come out is a sprout. Okay. This post has a height of 6 feet. 6 to 7 feet. Depending on your order. And you have to bore around 1 to 2 feet. The height of the post will be around 4.5 to 4 feet. Why is it not 7 feet? Because if it is 7 feet, you cannot anymore easily pick the fruit. And this post cost me 300 pesos per poste. Order yan from making aggregates. Okay. The distance of every post would be around 3 meters. Why? Because the sprout will extend sometimes to 1 meter. So 1 meter from the first post to the second post and 1 meter, so there is a space of around 2 meters. So to maximize the space, I have planted at the center of these 3 meters between the posts, the papaya. Then in between again of the papaya and the post, I planted 1 stalk of kamuting kahoy. And I have around 18 posts for golden isis, which cost me 1 cuttings 500 pesos. Dragon fruits are cactus variety. So, they grow full in a dry weather like the Philippines. They need also water in summertime, but at least 1/8 of atabo is needed for 1 stalk of dragon fruits. Because dragon fruits are cactus, so it is fully grown in a hot weather, like in desert. I bought this in 2016, 3.7 hectares. And as I counted the space, 1 hectare, you could plant or you could place a post around 400 post, concrete post. So if I have 3 hectares, I would be having around 1,200 posts. This is now my prowess. Although I spend around 1 million, it does not mean that I am. Okay. We will go to the fish pond that I have bulldozed it around 500 square meters. I have fished around 1,000 fingerlings of tilapia. The purpose of this, if today is November, December, January, if a friend would come, this tilapia would have around 4 pieces a kilo. Actually, it's not for sale, but for the consumption of friends. Now, they have now fruits. Not for commercial, but for consumption. Thrown seeds that it grow wild, I just pick it. Minisa-isa ko siyang bunutin kisa mamatay doon sa isang lugar, pinulot ko lang yan. I did not buy the seedlings of this papaya. Okay na? That is not a commercial palaisdahan. I just bulldoze it and have it around 1,000 square meters. Now I have around 1,000 fingerlings of tilapia. So by January, we could now fish, then we could eat, not for sale, for personal consumption. Um, 1,000 na ganito kalalaki yan.
Okay, nagagalawan, no?
Nagagalawan na yan. Kasi malilit pa. Ganito pa lang yan. Yan. Okay. I also planted dwarf coconut. This coconut, according to the seller, after 3 years, it will bear fruits. I bought this at 300 pesos per piece. And I have around, in this 3.7, around 300 dwarf coconut. Di mo palang makita. In my farm, I have 2 varieties. I have 500 posts of Moroccan red. And I have 200 this portion of golden isis. One cutting, 500 pesos. So according to the seller of the golden fruits, doon daw po sa mga mall, ang bintahan niyan, 300 to 500 per kilo of golden isis dragon fruits.
So ano ba yung normal size ng ng dragon fruit?
Normal size of Moroccan variety is 1/4 kilo to 1/3 kilo.
I mean, ilang pieces halimbawa, let's say
The Moroccan variety in a kilo around to 4 to 5 pieces per kilo. But this yellow golden isis yellow, a kilo, 2 pieces a kilo or 3 pieces a kilo. This golden yellow variety. Golden yellow kasi yan eh. Yan. These cuttings, around 18 inches, I bought it at 500 pesos per cuttings. To start a dragon fruit farm is at least you have at least 1 hectare area. So that by a hectare area, you could place a post around 300 to 400 posts. And it will bear fruits after a year. Of that 300 to 400 posts will bear fruits in first harvest 500 to 600 kilos per week of harvest of dragon fruits.
is it that twice a week?
Because I wanted to be practical, at least once a week.
Once a week. Okay.
Once a week. Once a week of 600 kilos, that is 60,000 a week. Times 4, that would be around 240
2.4 tons.
2.4 tons. That million harvest season.